Hi, let us start coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry is a branch of geometry where the position of points on the plane is described using an ordered pair of numbers. So if I need to suppose if I point any point, this point for example, then the position of this point can be considered using only two numbers 20, 15. For example, in this is an ordered pair, because ordered pair means if I have write 20 upon 15 like this, I cannot write 15 comma 20 because these two are different points. These two are not equal. Now ordered pairs, the coordinate are written as ordered pairs. Now to write a point we have three term. One is the name of the points P, Q, R, S, T, any alphabet we use, and these two numbers. Now the two numbers, the first number is the x coordinate. The x coordinate defines the distance of the point from the y axis. For example, this is the coordinate axis and this is equal to 20 comma 15. Now this 20, it represents the distance of the point from y axis. This is 20. Similarly, y coordinate 15, it represents the distance of the point from x axis. So x coordinate describe the distance from y axis, y coordinate describe the distance of the point from the x axis. For example, here let us see, this is A. Now the 4 is the distance of point from y axis. This is 4 distance. 6 is the distance of point from x axis. And now if I see this point, distance is not negative. Minus denotes that the point is towards the left of origin. Now there are x comma y like this. Two numbers are there. Negative of x coordinate represent that the point is toward left of the origin. Similarly, the negative of y coordinate suggests the point is down, bottom of. Now the two axes divide the plane into four quadrant. This is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. The numbers are the best way to remember is it is counted anti-clockwise direction 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the origin. This is the origin. Origin is the point of intersection of the two axes. This is origin. It is denoted by O, letter O, and the coordinate of origin is 0, 0. So as we have seen in last slide, the points which is the y coordinate which is above the origin is positive, below the origin is negative, this is negative, this is positive. Similarly, the x coordinate towards right of the origin is positive, towards left of the origin is negative. Now the axis divides the plane into four quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Now, the first quadrant has both x and y coordinate as positive. In second quadrant, since it is towards the left of origin, the x coordinate is negative but y is positive. Third is both are negative. Fourth, x is positive and y is negative. Now always there is a method, actually what you can see, if I need to find first or fourth, right? So in this is this quadrant, you have to visualize this. First and fourth are here, 2 and 3 are here. So first and fourth are towards the right of origin, so x is positive in both. Here it is left of origin, y are negative. Now 1 and 2 are above the origin, so y is positive like this. It is below the origin, so y is negative. This way you can use it. Now what quadrant would 2 comma minus 6? This point will be in which quadrant? Here x is positive, so it must be towards right of origin, right? Y is negative, so it should be below the origin. So hence the answer is this, fourth quadrant. Now the slope of line. The slope of the line is a number that measures its inclination. Usually this is denoted by m, letter m. It is the change in y to the change in the y with respect to change in x. If suppose we have 2 point, take any point. Now the slope is equal to the change. How much y has changed, rise, and upon run, how much x has changed. So it is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is rise, this is run, this is the value of slope. Suppose we need to find the slope of the point, 2 points are given, and also we know the formula. So how shall we proceed? Now we know the 2 points, also we know the formula, but uh, which point is x1 comma y1 and which is x2 comma y2? Which is the first point, this is the second point. Actually, it does not matter which point you take x1 comma y1 and which x2 comma y2. I will show you in both. If suppose 1 comma 2 is x1 comma y1, this is x2 comma y2. Now the slope is equal to y2 minus y1. So 3 minus 2 upon 4 minus 1, it is equal to 1 upon 3. Now if I had taken suppose 4 comma 3 as the first point and 1 comma 2 as the second point, in that case the slope will be 2 minus 3 upon 1 minus 4, which is upon minus 3. It is equal to 1 by 3. So we are getting the same answer. Hence the slope is constant for a line. It does not matter which point you choose for the first point or the second point, as long as both points are on the line somewhere. The formula will produce the correct slope. Now the slope can be positive, negative or 0. So how can we assume, how can we conclude whether the slope is positive and negative using the only looking at the figure? Now using this you can just find whether the slope is positive or negative by looking at the line. For example, while going towards left to right, if the cyclist has to push, this is the uphill, now the cyclist has to push. So this is positive slope. Here cyclist does not have to pull, it is free flow, gravity. So this is negative. In positive slope, the cyclist has to push. Now slope of vertical line is undefined. Let us see how. For example, this is a vertical line. The y x coordinate is same. For example, this is 2 comma 0, this is 2 comma 1, like that. The value of x coordinate will be same throughout the line. So if I want to find the slope of this line where 2 comma 1 is the one point and 2 comma 0 is the second point, so it will be 1 minus 0 upon 2 minus 0. This is equal to 1 upon 0, which is not defined. This is slope. So slope is not defined for a vertical line. Slope over a horizontal line is 0. For example, in a horizontal line, the distance from the x-axis is constant, like this. So if the point is suppose minus 3 comma 4 and this point is 1 comma 4, now the slope is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So it will be 4 minus 4 upon minus 3 minus 1. This is equal to 0. So slope will be 0 for a horizontal line. Do any 2 points on the line have the same slope? So if the 2 points are like this or here, if I take any 2 point, will I get the same slope? Yes or no? Yes. Every line has a consistent slope. In other words, the slope of the line never changes. It does not matter which points I am using for calculating the slope. It does not matter. Now what if the slope change? Suppose this is A, B and this is C point. Now the slope of AB is suppose minus 2 by 3 and suppose of BC slope is different. So what can be conclude? If slope is different, that means it means the slope of the line is, if the slope of the line is changed, that means it is not a straight line, it is not a continuous line, it is like this, zigzag. It has been not a straight line, it is like this, changed. So the line is changing at this point B, right? So ABC is not a straight line, it is zigzag line like this. Whenever line is given AB, it will always be a straight line. You should not be concerned whether it is a zigzag line. If the points are slope are given like this, AB is slope of AB is different, BC is different, then only it is not a zigzag line. Otherwise, any line given in the question AB, BC, they have mentioned, then it has to be a straight line. Now, what is the slope versus steepness? There is a small difference. In slope, we are concerned with the direction also. For example, if let us see this figure, this line has a slope 1, this has slope 2, this has slope minus 3. As we have seen, this is from this line is like this, so the slope is negative. Now, what we can see, we can, if this is line 1, suppose this is L1, this is L2 and this is L3, then we can just say the slope of L2 is greater than L1, which is greater than L3, right? This is for slope. But if I want to calculate the steepness, it is actually the modulus of slope. It does not take care about the direction, whether it is positive or negative. In that case, L3, the steepness of L3 is greatest, then L2, then L1. This is for steepness. So we should take care in this mind. This is very important. There is a difference between slope and steepness. Equation of the line. The equation of the line can be represented in this form: y equal to mx plus b. First of all, what is the equation of the line? Equation of a line means if there is a line, suppose this is a given line, there can be many points in this line, infinite point in the line. So equation of the line means there may be many coordinates here, the points coordinate x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, x3 comma y3 and so on. So equation of the line means this equation will satisfy all these points. Okay, for example, there is a point 1 comma 4. So if I put 1 as x and y as 4 in this equation, then LHS should be equal to RHS, means the point should satisfy this equation. So this is the equation of line. It means all the points on the line must satisfy this equation. Now, how to represent the line? Equation of a line is typically written as y equal to mx plus b, where m is equal to slope. M is equal to slope and b is the y-intercept. Now, what is y-intercept? This is the y-intercept. It means it is a point at which the line intersect the y-axis. Okay, for example, this line, if I see, this line is intersecting y-axis at 1. So here y-intercept is 1. Y-intercept we can write as b equal to 1. And this line is also intersecting x-axis at minus 1. That means x-intercept is equal to minus 1. Okay, so what you can do, you can just remember this method to write the equation of line. If you know the slope and you know the y-intercept, you can use this formula directly to find the equation of line. Equation of horizontal line. We have seen the equation of line is equal to y equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope. Now, in case of horizontal line, the slope equal to 0. We know this. Slope is equal to 0. Now, equation of horizontal line will be reduced to, because if I put m equal to 0, this factor will be vanish. Now, y equal to b. This is the equation of the line. For example, this one, if I need to find the equation of this line, it will be y equal to b, where b is a constant. So we should know what is the value of b here. This is 1 unit, 1, 2, 3, 4. So y equal to 4 is the equation of this line. This way we need to calculate. Equation of a vertical line. This is the formula for the equation of line where m is the slope. Now for the vertical line, as we can see here, the x will remain same. For example, for this point also, if I want to write here, for this point, this is equal to 4 comma minus 1. This is 4 comma minus 4. this is 4 comma 3 like this. So the y x will be always constant, the y will keep on changing. So equation of line is in this form, x is constant, x equal to a. For example, this line, example of this line, the equation of line will be x equal to 4. Now there is a standard form of equation of line which is equal to ax plus by equal to c. Here a is kept as positive. Okay, for example, any line, any linear equation plus 2y equal to 1, for example. This is the equation of line. Now to find the y-intercept, if I need to find the y-intercept, what we have to do, just put x equal to 0. Because what do you mean by y-intercept? Y-intercept means the point where the line intersect y-axis. So at this point, x is equal to 0, right? X is equal to 0 at this point. So to calculate the y-intercept, just put x equal to 0. So x here y equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is the y-intercept for this line. Similarly, to put the x-intercept, this is the x-intercept where y equal to 0, put y equal to 0 for this line, x-intercept is equal to 1 upon 3. To find the slope of the line, what we can do, we can convert this line into this format, mx plus b. So if I convert this line into this format, it will be 2y equal to minus 3x plus 1. Now y is equal to minus 3 by 2 x plus 1 by 2. So now comparing, if I compare this line to this standard line of slope intercept form, m equal to minus 3 by 2. This way we can find. Another way is that slope is equal to minus of coefficient of x. This is called the 3 is the coefficient of x, 2 is the coefficient of y. So m equal to minus a upon b. You can use directly this formula also. So answer will be minus a is 3 and b is 2. Using this formula, we can also find the slope of the line. Can we define a line when we have only one point on the line? Can we define a line? No, we cannot define a line, because if suppose this is the point 10 comma 2, through this point I can draw a number of infinite number of lines. All these lines, for example, these three lines are passing through this 10 comma 2, but these three lines are different lines. So if I know only a single point, the line cannot be defined. Can we define a line when we know only the slope? Only the slope is given. Can you define a line? No, we cannot define a line, because suppose these two are have the same slope, right? Both are equally inclined. They have the same slope. Now similarly, we can have infinite number of lines which are having the same slopes. So this is not we are not able to define the line. So the conclusion is that to define a line, we need either slope and one point, or we can have 2 points on the line. If, for example, if I know any 2 points on the line, for example this and this, I can just join it. This is a defined line, a unique line which is passing through 2 points. Similarly, algebraic approach also we can see, if I have 2 points, then I can calculate the slope, right, using the method y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This will give me the slope. So if I have the 2 points, I can find the slope, and then this is same as this, slope and 1 point. Now finding the equation of line when we have 1 point and slope. So how to find? We know the equation of line is mx plus b, where m is slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, so slope is given, slope equal to 1 by 2. So m equal to 1 by 2. Now what is this point 0 comma minus 2? It means the line is passing through 0 and minus 2 like this. Here 0 comma minus 2, right? So this is actually minus 2 is nothing but y-intercept. Y-intercept. So the line equation of line will be equal to y equal to x by 2 minus 2. This is the equation of the line. Okay. In this question, they have given the directly the y-intercept. Suppose the point is not 0 comma minus 2, it is 1 comma 2, for example. This is a different question. I am making the question right now. So in that case, the equation of the line will be y equal to mx, which is equal to x by 2 plus b. Here we do not know the value of b, but we know the point 1 comma 2 is on the line. So this point will satisfy this equation, right? So we can put y equal to 2 and x equal to 1 in this line. So it will be 2 equal to x equal to 1 by 2 plus b. So here I can find the value of b, which is equal to 3 by 2. Okay. So now the equation of the line will be y equal to x by 2 plus y-intercept, which is equal to 3 by 2. So this is the equation of line now. So if I know one point, any point and slope, then I can find the equation of the line. Now suppose you have given 2 points, but slope is not given. So first of all, we should find out the slope. What is the slope? M equal to y2 minus y1, so it will be 4 minus 2 upon, okay, this 2 is minus 2 actually, 0 comma minus 2, so it will be 4 plus 2, 4 minus of minus 2 plus 2, and this is 3 minus 0, so it will be 6 upon 3, 2. M is the 2, slope is 2. So equation of line will be 2x plus b. Now we need to find the value of b. So I need to put any one point here. So let us put 0 comma minus 2. So putting x equal to 0 and y equal to minus 2, it will be like this. Now the value of b equal to minus 2. So the equation of line will be y equal to 2x minus 2. This is the required equation of the line. Now parallel lines are the lines which have the same slope and they will never intersect. Means the distance between the line will always remain constant. It will never intersect. Right? So they have the same slope. They have the same inclination. It is clear. So slope also same. So now m1, the slope of first line equal to slope of second line. m1 equal to m2. For example, this is a question. The equation of the line G is given. Also, we need to find which of the following lines is parallel to this line. So we know the in parallel lines, the slope of the two lines should be equal. They should be equal. Slope of the first line is equal to 3. Now we need to see which of the following lines is having the same slope. If I see this line, it can be represented into this form 3x plus 15. So slope is 3 here also. So this is the right answer. Let us see any other is also following the same trend, same slope. If I see this one, it is equal to 2y equal to minus 3 minus 6x plus 1. So y equal to minus 3x plus 1 by 2. Here the slope is minus 3. So this is not the right answer. Similarly, if I check, none of the lines, remaining line is having the slope 3. So A is the right answer for this because both are having the same slope. Perpendicular lines. Two lines are said to be perpendicular if they are making 90 degree. Okay, the angle between the two lines is 90 degree. They are called the perpendicular. And in that case, the product of the slope m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. The product of slope is equal to minus 1. So if I know one slope, the other slope will be equal to minus 1 by minus 1, like this. So the slope are negative reciprocal of each other. This is the question. Write the equation of the line that passes through this point and parallel to this line. So how to do this? First of all, the slope of this line equal to 4, because if I compare this with y equal to mx plus c, I am getting m equal to 4. So slope equal to 4. Now the line which we need to find, it is parallel to this. That means the slope of that line is also equal to 4. because parallel lines are having the same slope. So we know the slope and we also know the point, 1 point. So equation of the line will be equal to y equal to mx plus b. This is the formula. So it will be equal to 4x plus b. Now we can put the minus 2 comma minus 5 here. So it will be equal to minus 5 equal to minus 2 into 4, right, plus b. So minus 5 equal to minus 8 plus b. So b equal to 3. So the required equation of line will be equal to y equal to 4x plus 3. This is the required equation of the line. Distance formula. This is used to find the distance between any two points in the coordinate plane, because for example this is the point A and this is the point B, and we need to find the distance between these 2 points. So the formula will be x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under root. This is based on the Pythagoras theorem, which we have already studied. Pythagoras theorem. See, this is the line x2 comma y1, x2 comma y2, this is x1 comma y1. So this length will be equal to y2 minus y1. Similarly, this base will be equal to x2 minus x1. We need this line, this. So we can apply the Pythagoras theorem to find this formula, a square plus b square equal to c square. So, but it is better to remember this formula directly. So whenever you are given any 2 point, you can just apply this formula to find the distance. Now there is 2 special cases that can be used to solve the question easily. For example, if the points are in vertical line like this, this is 4 comma suppose 5, this is 4 comma 1. These two lines are in vertical line, right? These 2 points. How to get this? Since x coordinate is same in both the line. Now to find the distance between A and B, for example these are A and B, it just need to subtract 5 and 1. It will be 4. If I use the formula, then also I will get the same answer. Similarly, like this here also, if the line is horizontal 1 comma 3, the distance, since the y coordinate are same, so it is a horizontal line. So to find the distance, we can just subtract the x coordinate, x2 minus x1. So it will be 3. So for vertical and horizontal line, we can just subtract the coordinates, because other coordinate will be 0, the difference. Now applying the same formula here, A is given as to be 15 comma 20 and B is 35 comma 5. Now using the formula, we will get x2 minus x1. Now 35 minus 15 whole square plus 20 minus 5 whole square, like this. If I calculate, so it will be 20. So 400 plus 15, 225 under root. So it will be 625 under root, which is equal to 25. So distance between A and B is 25. Now there is a midpoint formula. This is used to find the midpoint of any two line. For example, this is a line point 1, this is point 2. We need to find the midpoint, the centermost point. So the formula will be, we need to just take the average of x coordinate and y coordinate, x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y1 plus y2 upon 2. For example, A and B are like this. So the midpoint C will be equal to minus 3 plus 1 upon 2 minus 3 plus 4 upon 2. This is equal to minus 1 comma 1 by 2. This is the midpoint of this line. Now the reflections in the coordinate plane. If I need to find the reflection of point, for example, over the x-axis, now reflection means the point will be in the same line like this, okay, and the distance between the line, which is here, the point will be same. So we need to we need nothing, just we need to put the minus sign here, because it will in the same vertical line the points. So x coordinate will be same, 1 comma 4 and 1 comma minus 4, and second the y coordinate will be negative of the first coordinate. For example, if I need to find the image of this point, so minus 2 comma minus 1 is the original point. For example, the image x coordinate will be same, minus 2, and y coordinate we need to change the sign of y coordinate 1. Just change the y coordinate sign. Similarly, if I need to find the reflection over the y axis in this, like this is a mirror. Y axis means this is a mirror, for example. Okay, we need to find the this image of this point A. Now in that case, the y, it is in the same straight line, horizontal line, so the y coordinate will remain same, it will not change. Only the x coordinate, it will be negative of the initial point. For example, 1 comma 3, 3 will remain same, 1 it will be minus 1 by 3. C, 4 comma minus 1, minus 1 will remain same, x coordinate will be minus 4, negative. So we should remember this. Okay, do not yeah, we can remember this, otherwise in exam you can just draw. So like this, if I need to find the reflection of this point over this, it is in the same straight line, it will be like this. So y coordinate will be same and x coordinate will be negative of this. If it is 1 comma 2, it will be minus 1 comma 2 because it is left of the origin. Similarly, now the reflection over the y equal to x. So y equal to x means the new point will be y equal to x. There is an interchange. Now initially which was the y point, y coordinate, now it is x, and which was the x coordinate, it is y. Okay, for example 1 comma 2, after reflection it will become 2 comma 1 if I want to take this as the mirror, y equal to x. Similarly, if y equal to minus x is the mirror, this one, right? In that case, y is negative of x. So if the point is, suppose initial point is 1 comma 2, now the y should be negative of x. So y1 will be minus 1, and similarly if I solve, it is x equal to negative of y. So this x is negative of this y minus 2. So we can just see the equation, put using the equation also we can find the point. So in case of x equal to y, just interchange x and y coordinate. In case of y equal to minus x, this line will be like this. Yes, this line is y equal to minus x. This was y equal to x. For y equal to minus x, the xy coordinate will interchange, also the sign will be negative, opposite. This is also important. In this the sign will be same, we just need to interchange. Here interchange plus change of sign. Now to find the reflection in the origin, with respect to origin, what we need to do, in this also we just need to change the sign. There is no need to do anything else, just change the sign. If it is 1 comma 4, now if after reflection from the origin, it will be minus 1 comma minus 4, just change the sign of the points. 5 comma 1 was the initial point, for example, it will be minus 1 comma minus 5. Initial point was 1 comma 1, it will be minus 1 comma minus 1. Okay, so just need to find this. So all the theory of coordinate geometry has been covered. I hope it is you have understood it. If you feel free to ask any doubt. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me.